Well, good evening, guys. How's everybody? Can you all hear me? Art, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Don't screw around. I can count on Art. I'm asking him if he can hear me. I can see him in the green room, which is real time, no delay. And he's going, I'm going to kill him when I bring him in. Hey, how is everybody? Let's see. Everybody's starting to show up. Good to see you. Happy Sunday night. Jody, drone shots. Time was at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon. Stopped in to say hello. Back again at 4:14. Agent K came chiming in at 6:30. How you doing, buddy? Jaybird 7:12, and then the rest is history. Drone shots. Jody, back again. Matt Cundiff, how you doing, my friend? Met Matt out at the little get-together we had, and Matt, I've given you a blue wrench so you fit right in. Glad you're here. Tomas, good to see you. Tomas O'Sullivan, Art in the green room. Michael Blade, how you doing, Mike? Jaybird, Chris Hope. We have hope. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Ray Kelly is here. So let's see. We got 3 of the 4 Musketeers here. We got me, Ray Kelly, Matt Cundiff. All we need is Ken Hofbauer, and we'll have a reunion. Anybody else that I missed? I don't think so. So anyway, it is Sunday night. This is the FPV Workshop. I don't know if we're going to get much work done tonight or not, but do a little housekeeping here. But I know that there's a... Whoa. Focus. Thank you. I know that Chris has got a few issues that he's had. Unfortunately, I was sorry to hear that, but look forward to seeing if we got his stuff. We can straighten out his stuff, and I guess Carlos will be in a while. So I want to talk to him about how he managed to fly today in a shopping mall full of people. I thought that was kind of interesting. Drone topics. We've got ongoing FAA stuff, which seems to be dominating, and we have, of course, the DJI FPV rumors and pictures. I have my opinions on that, but like most people, I have my opinions on most things. So while we're waiting for people to show up and come up with a topic to talk about, I'll bring in my little buddy, my little bearded buddy. If I could find his... Here it is. Mr. Art. How you doing, Art?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Man, you have a green halo around you.
Yeah. I picked a different background. I thought this would be nice.
I saw that. Yeah. You switched. Did you switch backgrounds from the time you came into the green room? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I have the red Christmas one, and then this one. I kind of like this one better.
Yeah. Very nice. Excuse me a second. Say hi to the folks, Art.
Yeah, hello, Rick Albert, Matt Cundiff, Tomas, Ray Kelly, Jaybird, and Ray Kelly, Jody, drone shots, Michael Blade, Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger, Chris Hope.
All the usual suspects. Yeah. So, what do you think of this DJI FPV thing, Art?
Well, I've seen some pictures of it, and it looks pretty cool, but I don't know how well it'll stand up to crashes, though. I mean, it looks like it's The whole thing is enclosed, kind of like the other DJI drones.
Yeah, let me see if I can. And I should have been prepared for this,
Yeah, you should have.
but then if I'm prepared, then I won't be able to kill time by looking for stuff. You know what I mean? And so let's see here. DJI FPV drone. I'm probably going to get just a bunch of stuff.
John F., welcome.
A bunch of things. There we go.
EMAX. Hey, Brian.
I knew there was going to be a bunch of pictures. So let's see here. Let me take that over. Go over to the screen here, and let's take a look at this picture right here. I wonder if I can actually do this with it. There we go. Through the magic of computer enhancement. Let's take a look at this thing. At first glance, to me, it looks, well, I saw my name flash up in the chat. Ray Kelly, I was very impressed with your FPV flying. Ray, I gotta tell you, man, appreciate the compliment, but that was probably the single worst FPV flight of my life out there at the beach. I was a little spooked by the water. I took off in stabilized mode by accident, so it took me 10 seconds to figure out why the thing was acting funny. The wind was blowing in my face 15 to 20 miles an hour, blowing me towards the bridge. So as I was flying crosswind up and down and I'll play that video for anybody that hasn't seen it a little later, but as I was, and describe what I was going through, just trying to keep the thing somewhere near where it was. And then just a couple minutes into my flight, Matt comes driving right by me in his pickup truck. And he was trying to park, and where I was sitting, and I said, I'm just going to land this thing right now. So it was a really short flight, but and then after that, I kept looking for a time to go back up again. But it was kind of windy. So discretion being the better part of valor. Place it here is place it here is here. Place it here is Ken Hoffbauer, the fourth Musketeer. Hi, Ken. Good to see you. Glad you came in. And
hey, Paulie, Drone Bum.
Hey, Paul is here, Drone Bum, and the Friendly Troll. Do we know the Friendly Troll? He seems to know everybody. Carlos, he's saying hi to Carlos. Carlos is here back from the sky. How you doing?
Yeah, hey, Carlos.
Oh, he's good. Don't time him out. Okay, we'll make him a member of the family then. Good. You got to be careful with people that have the word troll in their name. All right. Welcome, my friend. And who else we got? Place it here, back from the sky. Okay. So let's get back to this thing here, and you keep an eye on the chat for me, Art. If anybody
will do
comes up with a comment while I'm talking about this, but. The first time I looked at this thing, I thought it looked like an alien spacecraft from like Star Trek.
Hey, Bob Casey.
Hi, Bob. If you take the arms and the props off and just look at the body of the thing, it looks like an alien. It's like an alien spacecraft.
Oh
yeah. It looks heavy, and the first thing that jumped out at me for an FPV drone is these legs sticking down here aren't going to last 5 minutes of the typical type of FPV flying that we do. Because if anybody's ever broken the leg off of a Mavic, that's where they put the antennas out on the legs. And if anybody's ever broken the leg off of a Mavic, they're just plastic. They're not really that strong, and
right.
And then virtually everything is proprietary. It's got some kind of a gimbal deal going on here, and I've heard that it's either a two-axis or just a camera tilt mechanism,
Right.
which I guess
right.
would be kind of nice. The top is all
Yeah.
plastic. The arms are covered in plastic, but they've probably got something a little more substantial in them. And in looking, oh, Carlos is here. Let me bring Carlos. Hi,
Yeah,
buddy.
there.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
How you doing, buddy?
Say
So
hello
you're
to
back.
Thomas and everyone. But I'll be listening, and then I'll say hello to everyone. Go
Okay,
on, sir.
so you're.
But I'm
uh,
watching the chat for you. You can take a break if you want, Art, or you can
Okay.
watch it with me.
There you go.
Good
Um,
to see you, Carlos.
Likewise, sir.
I think that what this is probably designed as is a cinematic FPV drone. I don't believe that this thing. Well, I know it was never designed for drone racing. I think you probably could freestyle with it, but not the kind of freestyle that guys do with the carbon fiber frame quads. And since crashing, Carlos, and you'll agree with me here, is an integral part of learning.
Those
this
front,
thing-
those are legs or antennas on the
Yeah,
front.
they-
But
they
I know
go
that
last-
the Mavic Air that I had the antennas there, and
Yeah,
I
they
hit
have
it
I'm
ever so lightly, and it broke.
Broke,
So
yeah,
I
that's what I
saw
was
that
saying.
right
This-
away, and I said,
Yeah.
bad news.
and they're talking about the fact that right here it looks like something that looks like obstacle avoidance sensors. But what I believe is that
That defeats the purpose.
what this is going to be is a highly stabilized and automated DJI Mavic like quad that has a couple of modes that allow you to go into something like acro.
But it supposedly allows you to do a roll and a flip, right?
Yeah, you could be able to go into acro mode with it, but I think the main purpose of what DJI is trying to accomplish here is to make it a photographic tool to capitalize on the coming popularity of cinematic FPV.
Let me ask you a question, Mitch. With one of the newer drones, isn't there something like an FPV mode, kind of?
There is, yeah, there is in all the Mavics, but what that does is basically
Just lets you kind of lean with the turn.
it's a gimbal mode. You have two gimbal modes. You have one called follow, and you have one called FPV. The FPV mode actually tilts the gimbal when you move the right stick. It'll actually roll the gimbal to simulate the horizon going like
Right.
this. The problem with that is it should roll when you move the left stick, because the right stick
Right,
on
the other
a
way.
camera drone just makes it go sideways.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And most people who, when they turn a Mavic, don't use the right stick at all in the turn. It's all yaw,
Correct.
because it's going to
All
stay.
yaw.
Yeah, all
Everyone.
yaw. It's yaw and all yaw.
Sorry, I
Bill,
couldn't resist.
Bill
All
says
yaw.
Mitch has the drone. No, Mitch doesn't have the drone, Bill. Mitch is not one of the anointed ones that gets all this stuff way early.
I can't see you buying this either, though. That's a waste.
No, but here's the point that I was going to make that I haven't heard anybody make yet. I think there's going to be a market for this. There's going to be a market for definitely. I don't think any of the hardcore
This is for-
tattooed backwards baseball cap, young skateboarding, YouTubing FPV guys are going to have any interest in this, especially at the price, and it's going to be expensive.
This is for people that just get out of GPS and want an
Yeah,
introduction.
right. But I also think that having a 4K camera on it and probably some stabilization, whether it's electronic or actual gimbal, is going to be more for people who want to photograph but have the ability to roll over or to do some smooth and docile FPV style maneuvers, which is what you want when you're actually out to photograph FPV. But here's where I think, and I haven't heard this, and this came to me in a flash, and
Epiphany dream.
an epiphany just went, kind of
Oh,
poof, went flash, and it came to me in a flash. This may be the only FPV drone that will be able to legally fly once the FAA gets through with all these new laws. Think about
Why?
this. Because
It has
because the new
GPS
because the new laws say that the only drones, the only UAVs that are going to be approved for flight are those that where the manufacturer has applied for and received the government approval for their product, which cuts out virtually every home built. And this is the way it stands now, unfortunately. The way that the proposed laws read is that only aircraft that have FAA approval and are manufactured, in other words, if you fool with them, they're not approved anymore. If you change components in them, they're not. They have, in other words, it's going to be similar to the way the FCC works now. Every time any camera manufacturer, any electronics manufacturer, cell phone, drone wants to market something in the United States, they have to get an FCC approval for it. And I think that the FAA is going to have the same kind of thing. Now, is that going to end up being in the final law? I don't know. But if they don't come up with an add-on remote ID little chip, like a GPS chip like we have now, or a VTX transmitter little board, if they don't come up with an add-on that's approved that we can just bolt on to any of our FPV drones, then the only drones that are going to be flying are those that come from manufacturers and have gotten that approval. And I think that DJI knows this more than we do, because they somehow seem to be in the loop on this remote ID stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if this particular little quad already has whatever they think is going to be necessary for remote ID. Now that's just my opinion, and you guys know how I feel about my opinions.
Offer no purchase necessary. Offer valid at participating locations. Void where prohibited. No animals were harmed during the production of this soundboard. Subject to change without notice. Side effects include dry mouth, occasional pig snort or two, sore stomach, teary eyes, achy jaws, and whatever tingles well. Laughing heart.
There you go. My disclaimer. It's my opinion. But to me, I thought of that just today. I said, wow, maybe they got something here. Maybe they know something we don't know, and maybe they plan on taking over the entire FPV industry, because they're going to be the only ones that can fly legally. Hey, Bill, thank you so much, my friend. How you doing?
Yeah.
Good to
Excuse
see
me.
you, Bill.
Did you see what his little super chat says? Can you
It
read
says,
it out?
"Happy
Can you read it
holidays,
out loud?
droners. Mitch, Art, Carlos, yo."
All right. So then the 20s for all three of us:
Oh,
Mitch,
okay.
Art, and Carlos. Just
Okay.
saying.
Hey guys, welcome to my show. Did I just hear some foolishness about somebody wants to split the money with me? Is that what I heard?
Not me.
Let me tell you something. By the
Only
time,
that idiot
by the
said
time
that.
by the time Google gets done taking their share, Art, your shares will probably be
$2.
82 cents. Yeah.
82 cents.
Anyway, Bill, Metro Drones, thanks so much. And Brian, BMAC is here, $5. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Man, I'm going to go out and get some ice cream after the show. I can afford
There
it
you
now.
go.
Yeah. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the DJI
Somebody
drone.
send him a super sticker.
Are you?
No, don't. Please don't.
Are you saying that they're not going to be allowed to sell, like EMAX and all these companies, are just not going to be allowed to sell in the States?
As it stands right now, with the proposed rules, they did not make any provisions for the kind of quads that most of us fly, either home built or bind and flies with exactly the same components. See, what DJI, what the rules basically say is that a company like DJI has to come up with a product, a drone, or any UAV. It can be an airplane too, and Oh, Chris Hope, thank
Chris
you,
Hope,
man. Thank you
yeah.
very much. $10 super chat. Bill, another $5. Wow. Oh, no.
Stickers,
He did it.
I
Okay.
like stickers, yes I do.
You can't mute him,
Deck
right?
the halls with balls of holly,
Art, you got to get rid of the beard because the beard doesn't go with that at all. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Chris, you're very welcome. And I want you to come in here tonight, and if you don't mind, and let's see if we can't figure out why you are having VTX problems now. Bill says sorry. Thank you, Bill. I think it's great. Ray Kelly says he thinks the Mini 2 will be exempt. Yeah, anything below 250 grams is going to be exempt from remote ID, but that's not solving any of the FPV problems. The FPV problems is we want to fly stuff like this, you know, and whether a company like iFlight or somebody builds this, or we buy exactly the same components and solder it up and screw it together, unless it's got the blessings of the FAA as a complete assembly, and that's the way I understand it. I think we're screwed, but I think that nobody's going to really pay much attention to it and just go.
Another one,
go
Mitch.
fly anyway.
Another place it here. $5 super chat.
Oh.
Chris Hope said. Chris Hope said that he found the.
stickers, yes I do. More than
Chris
you.
Chris Hope's issue was a loose wire, loose connection. He
Oh,
wrote down.
that's great. He got it working again. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, Chris. Yeah, it was really
Yowie.
strange because.
Yeah, we P51 just said hello. All right, go for it.
Oh, how you doing? Good day, my friend. Good day, mate. I don't know if that's a great accent or not. Probably sucks, but how you doing? Yeah, we got a nice little crowd here tonight. John F. looks like a suave with the unshaved. Suave. Art looks suave. Yeah. Yeah.
That's more like Suave Bola. Yeah.
Rico Suave over there. But I just none of us know. You know, now they're batting around the under 300 feet rumor because the head of the FAA said on some kindergarten podcast that under 300 feet they don't care, which really just goes in the face of everything they've been putting out for the past 2 years. So I don't get it. I don't understand. We'll see. They're supposed to come out with the final rule. Wouldn't it be great if that 300-foot thing was really the way it turned out, and they basically said if you're flying under 300 feet, you don't have to worry about remote ID no matter what you're flying. Now that'll help the FPV guys, and that'll help the camera drone guys, but that's not going to help the RC airplane guys. They're the ones that are really going to, because 400 feet for an RC airplane is very tough to stay below. About all you can do below 400 feet is fly racetrack patterns. You know, when you want to do big loops and split S's and things like that, you need more altitude than that. So. So we got Ed. Ed, love my drones. How you doing? Ed says he's perfectly happy. I'm happy with 300 feet too. I actually, I took my Mavic 2 Zoom out there to the causeway, and I had the wrong controller set up. I charged both my controllers for the Pro and the Zoom at the same time. And tried to, anyway, I finally got it working. And so today I decided, you know what? Excuse me 1 second.
There is none. Hello, Ed.
There we go. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take my Zoom up today.
Yeah.
just to go over
And
all
bore
the
yourself?
settings. Because, well, no, I wanted to go over all the settings.
Right.
Because there was so many settings. I went out there to fly it. I hadn't flown it in so long that everything was set really strange. Excuse me, guys. So I live in Class D airspace here. And I said, I've never tried it yet here at home. I said, I want to try to see if I can get a Lance approval to actually fly my Mavic 2 Zoom in controlled airspace here. And,
Is that where they text you a
Yeah.
message or a code rather?
Yeah.
That's that. Okay.
And so I go in, and I have Air Map, and I've never
Right.
even had an opportunity. I've never had. That's the first time I ever needed to get Lance approval for anything. Every place I've ever had to fly the thing, I don't worry about FPV, but every place I've ever had to fly the camera drone was in open airspace. So I said, well, I better, I want to check to make sure this works. So I went into Air Map. Air Map is one of the apps that,
Right.
I don't know
Yep.
if you can see it or
I've
not,
tried
but
that,
yeah,
yep.
they give you the map. Yeah, tells you where it is. I went through the whole drill, and they give you lists, long lists of all the rules and the exceptions and this and that. And I went through all of that, and I put my phone number in there, and
Yeah.
they said we need to verify your phone number.
Yeah.
So they sent me a text with a code, and I put the code in, and I get through all this rigmarole, and I hit submit, and an error message pops up, says unable to submit, try again. So I said, oh, that's great. So I tried it 2 or 3 more times and got the same error message. So either I have an old version of the app, or the app's no good, or something else. So I said, well, I know there's a bunch of other apps, a bunch of other apps that have that are good for Lance. So
Mitch,
I went
quick
looking.
question, Mitch. Quick question.
Yeah.
Can you get Lance approval through the Fly app?
I don't know.
Matt.
I don't think so. The only time I even had the Fly app was for 2 days when I had the Mavic Mini, and I don't have a Mavic Air 2, so I don't use the Fly app.
Just one
But I
last
went
thing.
looking.
Ray
Yeah.
Kelly. Go ahead. That's all I
What
have
are,
to say.
oh, okay. So I went looking, and I found this app called Tinyhawk, which turns out to be, I think, the most widely used app for Lance. And it comes up. It's much. It's just too much. You're guided through it. It's very easy to use. I went in, and it asked for my my phone number. It verified the text. I put the code in. Then
Put your credit card number in.
no credit cards. It's free. Then it asked for my what drone I was flying, and the FAA registration number for that drone. I put that in. Then it asked for my, because I said it was a 107 flight. It asked for my 107 certificate number, which they keep all this information in your profile, because this is evidently an app for huge drone companies or to use for enterprise work and everything, and they pay big bucks for the use of this. But for an individual person, just using it for himself, it's free. So I went through it, and after I finally got it set up, it got me the approval. Boom, and just took 3 seconds. After I hit submit, 3 seconds later, I get a text tells me that I can fly. I said I wasn't going to go over 200 feet, but it told me I could go to 400 feet. So then I
Awesome.
I take my Mavic 2 Zoom outside, I fire it up, and my controller on the Mavic 2 Zooms tells me I can only go to 200 feet because they're geofencing. Gives me 200 feet where I live, where the FAA gives me 400 feet. And there's nothing I can do about that except go through that ridiculous unlock code drill that they have.
Isn't it nice to be told where and how you can fly?
Yeah, so at any rate, well, the FAA, I mean, I'm obeying the rules, and where I am, the floor of the controlled airspace, for as far as UAVs is concerned, is 400 feet. So, but I had put 200 feet in, so I wasn't going to go higher than 200 feet, and I went off, and flew out a battery. And well, let's see if I can.
Mitch, what kind of FPV quad were you flying at that beach?
Oh,
5-inch?
No,
6
no, I
inch?
was flying this little Sector 132.
Oh, that's why you were getting blown away. Okay,
Well,
that makes
no,
sense.
any quad in a 15-mile-an-hour wind is going to go with the wind. It doesn't
Yeah, a
matter
little
how
bit.
big it is. It doesn't matter if it's big or small.
Yeah, but
You're
no,
flying in a
prop
moving.
guards. No, what I was thinking more is the prop guards more than anything.
Carlos, you're flying in a moving medium. It's like if you have a 10-mile-an-hour current in a river, and you have a 200-foot yacht and a 6-foot canoe. They're both moving down the river at the same 10 miles an hour.
Oh,
You
I
know?
mean, I get that, but I remember when I used to ride a motorcycle, they used to say just ride faster and you just cut through the wind, or you lean back, or you lean forward. But anyway,
Yeah,
not gonna
Brian
argue
says,
with you.
"Why do I fly an Autel Evo geofencing?" You're right, Brian. You are absolutely right about that. And let me see if I show you a little. And this was, I live in a
Right?
trailer park. I'll call it a trailer park. It's a let's get
Senior
get it up
citizen
here.
trailer park.
Well, it's
Well,
called
no,
a
I'm not
it's
senior, over 50 or something like that. Right?
it's called a modular home community because
Right.
these things are about as mobile as anybody's house. Once they're in place and built in, they're not going anywhere. They don't ever roll them out of here. When they get old, they wreck up. They come in with a huge backhoe,
Oh, okay.
monster one, and just take
Oh,
chunks out of the thing.
Nice.
But this is
F2 would take those out.
But I went and flew down, and I was just sitting out, out behind my house. This is about a half mile away, and I flew down to the south end where they did the interchange, and just flew around. And because of the fact that we could not get Lance approval until about a month ago here at this airport, I haven't flown in my neighborhood since before. It was just about the time they started building this thing, when it was just all this interchange, when it was just all dirt.
Boy, I see a lot of good fishing spots.
You got a one-track mind, Art.
Yeah.
So anyway, this was the Mavic. This was just not FPV, but I did get a chance to play with the camera drone today, and that's our new interchange right around the corner from my house.
Looks like they stopped geofencing after the X-Star. Stinks. Matt Cundiff, is that his name?
After the X Star, I don't get what
I'm not
what
sure.
it
I thought
means.
you would know that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh, no,
I
I'm
don't-
sorry, Matt.
I don't get that, Matt. No, the quad that I flew at the beach, and let me find that particular bit of footage here.
Did I also hear you in the beginning say you were bothered by the water? Ow, my
No, what I said was that with that wind blowing and this thing, a skinny little bit of land out there, if you did, for example, hit a tree and it bounced off, it could bounce right into the water. Even if you weren't flying over the water. But let's see, where is my? Is this it here? I think this might be it. Yeah, this is it. Here you go.
Okay.
This is.
Ooh, cool.
And what happens? I took off some in stabilized mode there, and I'm saying to myself, "Oh, this feels really wrong."
That's why you're wobbly.
Yeah, it feels really wrong. And so I get out to here, and then I put it in acro mode and stuck the nose down right there. You could see. And Ray was watching it, and it kind of took a little dip down. And I thought he was going to have a heart attack. He thought I was going into the water. But the
There
wind
you
kept
go.
blowing me towards the bridge. Okay, so you can see that I keep how I've got it angled towards the water,
Right. Right.
and I get.
Oh, you should have flown under the bridge.
Well, I want Yeah,
was
you're right,
impressed
Art.
with the
I,
flight.
I should have flown. There was so many great opportunities there for a really cool FPV flight, and I'm looking forward to going back there one day.
He was trembling. I don't want to lose my drone.
I don't think I was trembling, but you see how I'm angled over? I keep it an angle tilted to the right to fight into the wind. And then Matt just pulled up right there in that silver truck, and he was
I
starting to
thought
unload.
you were
And the kids,
speeding.
and the kids were starting to come out of the truck, and I said, "Holy cow! I'm right here flying FPV. I better get down."
By the
So-
way, were there there were people in the water that day, right? I saw
That was
people
Matt.
going-
Yeah, that was Matt. Was Matt. Matt Cundiff's.
So it must have been
kids.
warm enough, I guess, or
Yeah,
just kids
yeah.
don't feel cold. That too.
No,
right?
yeah, would have been way too cold for me to swim.
I
but, you know.
actually thought you did good that flight. I was surprised that I heard that the wind was an issue. You pretty much.
Again, what happened was Ray. This was before the other guys got there. Ray, I said, you know what? It's not too windy, and Ray wanted to take a picture of me flying the thing, so I decided to just take it off and it just went up and down, up and down the beach. But it is kind of a cool, when you think about it, it's kind of a cool place. And with all those, there's plenty of space in all those trees to be ripping in and out of them.
And you were not able to just cruise slow like you did in the other, like by your park, like right down this.
I
Because
could.
you're going fast here. I mean, I'm impressed. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, well, and I wasn't nervous. I wasn't upset. I had to, I never felt like I was at any point out of control. But when I turned there, you notice how I'm still angled way over, because it kept, every time I did anything, it kept getting closer. It kept wanting to get closer to the bridge. And you can also see that when I turn in here and go down, watch how how I'm getting blown under the bridge. See it?
But you handled it. You did good.
Yeah, I handled it. Not a problem.
Mr. Bob Casey says you're ripping. The professor
Ripping.
dude is
But
ripping up the sky.
But there was so many cool, especially with the DJI stuff, with the range that it has. I could have flown all the way to the end of the bridge, way out there, and then cruised right down next to the bridge. Anyway, I'm going to go back there one of these days, and I'm going to do it.
Cool.
I'm going to do it.
Now you found a new place to fly.
Do it
That's
again.
cool.
Yeah, except that it's an hour and a half away, hour and 15 minutes.
Was it
away.
that long? Yeah.
Yeah. I went to the.
Cool.
I went to the park today, and
Mitch, they don't have Accessoride that would take you there? Nothing like that.
they don't have a what?
Accessoride? You don't know what that? Never mind.
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a service they have here for old people that they pick them up from door to door and they take them shopping or to the doctor. Maybe they'll take you.
Thanks. Where the?
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Where is? Yeah, I went out today. I've been flying a lot lately. I went out to the park this morning and
That's great.
flew a
You
bunch
guys
of
live
packs.
for that weather.
And
Yeah.
then I went beside my house today, and
I saw that too.
Yeah, and
Right,
did this
right.
little business. Did this one with the Tinyhawk, and I was testing these new batteries I got, and they're supposed to be 650 milliamps. So I figured, man, I'm going to get a long flight out of these batteries, okay? But they're only 50C, and I don't think 50C is enough for a Tinyhawk, to tell you the
Hey,
truth. I got
Michael.
about 3 minutes out of them, which isn't much different than what I get out of the regular old EMAX 450 battery. They were cheap, though, so I don't know whether to keep them or send them back. I got them from Amazon. What do you think,
You said you
Carlos?
get 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You're in air mode and you're going a good clip. That's
Yeah.
about right. 3.5, 3. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
but
moving
that's a
pretty
six-
quick.
But they're 650s.
Did you try any like punches?
Yeah, I did a couple.
And you feel like it was weaker than past batteries or prior?
Hard to say. You
Oh,
know,
look,
the
they're going to complain about you. You're going over to the neighbors. Better watch out.
Well, but there's no law against that.
I know, but there's no law, and they came after Jim, and
They
apparently they have
came
issues
after
with
who?
law.
Oh no. My neighbors, believe me, they mostly the neighbors they never come out of the house. Once a day
Oh,
they come
good,
out to
good.
check the mail. And
Are
that's
they
about
afraid?
it.
Is that it, or that's
No,
just
they're just
regular
old.
behavior?
They're
Okay.
old people. You know, they're not
Gotcha.
healthy. A lot of them aren't healthy. But you can see that my flying is definitely getting a little better.
It's good. I
Yeah.
always thought it was good. I
Yeah.
like it. And this is all air.
Cool.
Yeah, it's got to be air mode, right? Yeah. That's
Oh
air mode.
yeah.
Thanks, Mike. You gonna show my flight at the mall?
Oh, I want to. Of course, man. That was an occasion.
Yeah.
We need to spend
That'd
some
be
time
cool.
talking about that too. Hey, Michael McReynolds, how you doing?
That was fun.
Brazil Airview. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Good to
Oh,
see
I
you.
missed
Mel,
him.
I
I'm
see you're
sorry.
in here. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Mel
Said
thinks you
hello
need
to
to
Mel.
wash your
Oh.
face art. You got some gray smudges on it.
Brazil Air View, welcome.
And anybody that I missed? Don't think so.
Yeah.
But
So,
no.
so Mitch, now that I see you doing this, will this allow you, let's say on a Friday night or Friday afternoon, we do a whatever, or Saturday, Sunday, we do some Skyjoy. You can now fly outside a little bit, right?
Yeah,
With us?
I'll do that.
2 or 3 batteries. That's all.
What I want to do is I want to actually fly right out of the window
Yeah,
in my house.
I gotcha.
See that window right there? That window right there is the window in my
Office?
office right here. Yeah, that's just right here next to me. My
Cool.
office is way in that corner of the house, where my studio is. So
Piece
I
of
go
cake.
take the screen out of there and open up the window, put the table in front of it, and just launch right out the window and fly in the window and land on the table.
There you
Look at
go.
that! I even landed on the landing pad, man. How good does that get?
Cool.
What I wonder though is where the hell
Uh-oh.
are the flights that I flew today, this afternoon? I don't know. I thought I copied them off the SD card from the goggles, but I don't see them. Oh well. Enough of that. I don't know if you
Hello,
guys. So
Rat.
anyway, we got any technical stuff to talk about tonight?
I
Any
have one
questions?
question.
Yeah.
I have one question. Me and Ed were talking about it yesterday, day before. Let's say, you know how we were talking about copy model, and I already made the mistake that I thought the switches copied over. We know that they don't. Now, if you copy model from a D8 to a D16, does that matter?
No.
Whether it doesn't, right? 'Cause
Doesn't matter. No,
Okay.
except, no. If the radio has a multi-protocol, well, let me think of see if I remember in the Free Sky Radio, when you go into bind to the internal module, it's not a multi-protocol module, but do you have to select D8 or D16?
multi-protocol radio?
No. The
I'll say the
QX
question again.
The QX7 that you have is not
Yeah.
a multi-protocol. It's only FR Sky.
Right. So you pick D8
So
or D16.
when you go, you have to pick in the internal module setting whether it's an 8 or 16. So if you copy the model, you're making an exact copy of everything. But if you go, if the model you're copying from was a D16, and the
or
one
vice
that-
versa, right?
yeah, then
Okay.
you go into the new model and go into the internal module setup and change it there. So now you'll have two models that are almost identical except for that one setting. And then you can change anything else you need to change if you have to change something in the new copied model. It just gives you a place to start.
Right. Okay. But
now
I was
you-
just wondering if it's D8, D16, does that really matter much? Is it a
Well,
issue?
it will if you try to bind a D8 receiver to a D16 setting on the radio.
But as far as copying if
No.
I take, that's what all, okay.
Yeah, what happens is you'll just get an exact copy of the model, which you can then
Right.
hack up. It's like cutting and pasting something. If you got a paragraph full of text and you cut it and paste it into another place, then you can hack it all up. and use it. You give it. You're going to want to change the name of the model to the new model that you're putting it to. But it just gives you a place to start with all the same settings. And the most important settings that you're carrying over are going to be your endpoint settings for your sticks.
Okay.
Where you set it to be 2000 and 1000 and 1500. Well, you don't have to go into the output tab and retune all that crap again. That copies all that. So once you make a model and set your endpoints, if you use that model as the basis for all your other models, then your endpoints are going to be set right off the bat. You don't have to fool with them anymore.
All right, another question. See if you follow me. I hope I'm going to explain it, and I think Ed is here. So if I say something wrong, you correct me, Ed. All right. So remember I was telling you about the drone that Ed had, where arm, disarm, and buzzer was on the same switch, but it wasn't on our customary left side. It was on the right side. Okay. All right. So now
that was set up in Betaflight that way.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay. So now, if I'm not mistaken, Ed has that drone, but his setup is different. His right stick, that would be that arm, disarm, and buzzer, only gives him 2 out of 3. It's broken. Does that make sense so far? You following me? The same one that's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. No, I'm sorry. It's the mode switch. His mode switch doesn't work. It only gives him stability and horizon. I think that's what it is. Hi, Steve Mack.
Okay.
That's what it is. The same mode stick is 3 on Bob's setup, but it's only 2 on Ed's setup. Is there a way for Ed to change that somehow where he can make it 3? Is that right, Ed? Or you should come in and ask him.
Yeah, hey, Ed, come on in.
Something to that effect. Ed was having trouble. Whatever the switch is that Bob set, Ed's switch only does 2. So he can't get it into
Bob
acro.
who?
Bob
Bob.
Drone Days.
Oh.
Yeah. Steve Mack joined us.
So Ed got the drone from Bob.
Correct. And I forgot maybe the little Ed cannot go into Betaflight and change it because the USB got ripped out, because remember it took off in his house.
Oh.
With the props. Remember I told you about that? That's the drone.
Then Ed may be screwed. But
yeah,
there might be a workaround for it. Now, I explained.
That's what he was
remember.
hoping.
Remember, I explained this to you on the phone, and it might sound hairy, but it really is pretty simple. You have 2 different sides.
Pay attention, Ed.
To
54 minutes.
To switch settings. You have 2 different factors, 2 different sides to the equation. You have the radio side, and those are the settings that are set up in the mixer page of your radio. And then you have the quad side, which tells Betaflight what to do with the different signals that it gets from the radio. So let's talk about the radio side first. The radio, let's just say it's an 8-channel radio, okay? The first 4 channels are your flight channels. Aileron, elevator, throttle, and rudder. Okay? You go into the radio then knowing that you need to arm the quad. So that most people will use channel 5, for example, in their radio, and they'll go into the mixer and they'll say, by setting the mixer on channel 5, they'll pick a switch in the settings and say, this switch moves channel 5. Okay? And then they'll pick a mode switch and assign it to channel 6 in the radio. And maybe they'll assign a beeper switch to channel 7. And maybe they'll assign a turtle mode switch to channel 8. But that's all the radio side. Okay? The radio has no idea what the quad's going to do with channel 5, channel 6, channel 7, or channel 8. All it knows is that when somebody hits the switch assigned to that channel, it changes the value on channel 5, 6, 7, or 8. All right. So the first thing you need to look at is with Ed, he has a certain standard setup that's different from your setup. You use a different switch for arming, but you probably use the same channel. Channel 5. You don't arm on channel 5?
Remember, he got this.
No,
from,
I'm talking
okay.
about you now. You.
Oh,
you.
me.
Yeah.
Yes,
most
yes.
people.
Channel 5
most
left.
people.
Yes,
regardless of whatever switch is set on the radio, are going to use channel 5 as the arming channel.
Oh, channel 5. I understand what you're saying now. Okay. Now I get you.
So, assuming the quad doesn't
Now I
know,
got you.
the quad has no idea which switch you hit on your radio to make channel 5 go from low to high. It doesn't know, and it doesn't care. It doesn't care. All it wants to know is the channel that this channel that you have set up in the mode tabs in Betaflight as the arming channel is channel 5. Okay? And if you're confused, I could load Betaflight and show you all this stuff, or show you on the radio, but it's really pretty simple.
No, I understand, but he can't do Betaflight at all, just so you know.
Okay, but Betaflight for him is currently set up.
Right. So he can make adjustments.
So he
to his
can
switches.
fool his radio
Mhm.
into mimicking what the Betaflight settings already are. For example, if he just needs to figure out which channel is arming and which channel is mode. That's the way Bob set it up.
Ed, does that satisfy your answer? Do you need more?
So
While you're
what
out
he
there.
needs to do, for example, is if he knows that Betaflight is set up to be armed on the mode side with a 3-position switch, okay, and it's on channel 6, he needs to go into his radio, go into the mixer, go into channel 6, and in the box where you select which one of those many switches works channel 6, pick one that isn't broken. Switch it to that switch, and then that switch will make channel 6 go, and if it's a 3-position switch, you'll be in business. Does that make any sense to you?
Hold on. The switch for modes work, but only does 2 things. It needs to be remixed.
In the radio, basically go into whatever channel that switch is on and change that to a different switch.
Okay.
If it's channel 6, which is usually what you use for modes, go into the mixer, channel 6, look for the one that's set for the broken switch, and then go into that one setting and change it to a different switch that isn't broken. And then that switch, being a 3-position switch, should work for you.
Michael Blade made his Tinyhawk into a submarine, apparently.
Oh no.
He flew it into a sink
Into
full
the
of
sink
dishes.
full of water. Oh, you know that's. Hold on a second. We need. Where is it? That. I mean, that requires a round of applause, Michael. You couldn't do that if you tried. Sorry to hear that. You know, I felt bad about losing a drone in a canal here next to me. I figured with all this land around here, and they got that one skinny little canal, of course, when this thing went out of control, it had to find that canal. However,
That's where you were going to take Art fishing for you when he was supposed to go
fishing,
there.
yeah, I
last
was
year.
going to throw Art in, let him with a scuba mask and goggles, and let him dive down.
All right, Mitch. My switch is fine.
Fine.
Just doesn't do 3 positions. I need to reverse it or the value. I only can about one.
Okay,
I only care about one mode. Right?
If you only, but you can't get it into acro mode now.
Correct. It only goes through horizon and stable mode.
Wow.
Angle and horizon.
I would need to see. Can Bob tell him how he set Betaflight up?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because
He can't reboot only because he has no access to Betaflight. He has no access to the USB. That can't be resoldered on, right? In any way.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
that
Okay.
would be a real expert repair.
Gotcha.
The oh wow.
You might have to just fly it in
The way
Horizon and Stability.
the way it works here. Let me do this. I don't have my radio in here to get it all hooked up. The way the mode switch works is you have a 3-position switch, and you have and it's assigned to a channel. Let's suppose it's channel 6. So if you're looking at Betaflight, you have the switch all the way up. The little tab is going to be all the way to the left. That shows the position. If you put it in the center, the tab's going to be in the middle, and then if you push it down, the tab will all the way be all the way to the right. Now, if the tab is, then you set the modes. You have one for angle, one for horizon, and the absence. If both horizon and angle mode are turned off, then you're in acro mode. You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We have to figure out a way to turn off angle and horizon mode.
Can you? No, you can't do that in Beta. He can't.
You can't.
That's you can't
No,
get it to Betaflight.
but the channel. But the problem
right.
is if it's a broken switch, he needs to change it to a switch that will indeed move that tab to the 3rd position. Now, if Bob set it up wrong in Betaflight and has these modes completely covering any position of channel 5, in other words, it's going to be either angle or horizon, then there is no way to get that quad into acro mode, no matter what you do.
Did you see what Mike wrote? The last 3 comments.
Yeah, yes, I understand it's on the hardware tab. Main radio settings, you can change what switches or 2 or 3. Yeah, I understand that, Mike.
Unplug some batteries.
But I'm thinking that Ed's quad is the Betaflight is set where he's got he's going to fall into angle or horizon mode because he's got the whole entire thing covered with both of those. And the only way to get acro to work would be to have no other modes enabled, and he can't get into Betaflight to do it. Now we could spend all night trying to figure this out, and if I had the quad here and the radio, I could fix it in 30 seconds.
What did I miss? What can you fix in 30 seconds?
I could fix it in 30 seconds if I had the radio and the quad here, and I could tell you whether it was unfixable because you have to get into Betaflight. You know what I mean? That I could determine that real quick. What I would suggest you do, Ed, is try changing in the mixer, changing the switch that's used on that current
3-position
mode
switch.
channel to a different 3-position switch on your radio and see if that works.
Place it here. The reason is because the USB ripped out of the flight controller.
Yeah, you broke it. Yeah, once you break the USB off a flight controller, you're pretty well screwed. So we need to get a new flight controller for it.
Broke it. Yeah, exactly.
What kind of
he has a Mamba.
What kind of quad is it?
Baby Hawk. It's like a 3-inch baby. Is it called a Baby Hawk, Ed? I think Baby Hawk R, some kind of baby.
Yeah, and again,
But it's fast.
Look, there's one or two things are wrong with it. It's either a broken switch on the radio, on the transmitter. And if it's not a broken switch on the transmitter, then it's a screwed up Betaflight setting. Can only be one of those two things. If it's a broken switch on the transmitter, try changing that channel to a different switch. If that doesn't fix it, then you're screwed. You're gonna have to figure out a way to either get into that flight controller or put a new flight controller in it.
Ed, did Bob ever have it in acro? I think he did, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. It's possible that when starting right out, he just set it up to be in either angle or horizon and covered the whole entire the whole entire thing. It's too.
I'll let you read Michael Blade's comment.
Michael Blade. So I did hear if you put it in rice, you could get lucky. Is that true? Is that what you're talking about? What comment are you talking about?
Did he, I wrote nice. I read nice, not rice. But yeah, it's possible rice, as long as you didn't turn it on
Yeah.
too early. You know what I did? I lost the freestyle in a tree overnight. I came home and just turned the fan and put it on the fan for like 12 hours.
Yeah, or blow. First thing you want to do is you get some compressed air and blow all the water out of it.
Yep. Yep.
And then let it dry real good. You could turn your oven on to like 125 degrees, 135 degrees. Stick it in there. That'll dry it out.
Yeah.
Don't put it in the microwave though.
You'll do it faster.
Yeah, blow dryer. That's right, Jody. Blow dryer would do it.
Yeah.
Bob says he did have it in there. It's the Baby Hawk R that he has.
Ooh.
I don't even know what that is. There's so many.
Bro.
There's so many different hawks and baby hawks and tiny hawks and nano. Now they got a nano hawk.
Michael
what
Blade's quad did fly, but no picture or no camera.
Well,
That-
oh God,
He might have turned it on too soon.
might have turned it on too soon, and
Yeah.
the water may have just ruined. If the water got into the camera, you're done.
Yep. Adios.
Now, when you turned it on, did you get an OSD on the goggles at least, or did you just have static?
Did you get writing or numbers, Michael Blade?
Yeah, if you had a black screen with numbers, then the camera's shut. If you got static, then the VTX is not transmitting.
Yowie P51 is blessed with the good wife. Made him a sandwich.
Ooh, ooh.
I did not have a black screen. I had numbers. Numbers on top of what? On top of static, or
No.
he said he didn't have a black screen. I had numbers.
That's a good sign.
Oh.
That's
No, I don't know what that.
No,
I don't
not
know.
really.
I don't know what that is a sign of at all.
Is it possible the channel changed? Did he search? Did he research? Is it a Tiny Hawk ready to fly? Do you have the option to change a channel?
Yeah,
Or
it's possible.
search?
Yeah, but if it was on the wrong channel, you wouldn't see the numbers either.
Yeah.
Goggle number? Oh, yeah. Not
Not
static.
static. It was like a white screen, but you did have the numbers on it.
That's an issue.
I have not seen.
Which Tiny Hawk? Is it the Tiny Hawk 2, by the way? And do you? I'm just curious. Are you? Let me see. It was fine before it got wet.
Well, you know,
Is it
That
the
makes
Tiny
sense.
Hawk 2?
white screen instead of black, still a camera issue.
Usually,
Usually
black.
black. Yeah, it's usually
Tiny
black.
Hawk
But
2 race. Oh,
but
race.
if
Ooh,
you
wow.
if you have numbers, if you're seeing the OSD display and it's not jiggling around and all staticky, if it's pretty solid display, then your transmitter is working and you have no camera input, or the camera is outputting a signal and for some reason the sensor is sending all white to it for some reason. But
Yes.
I think the camera is shut.
Doesn't sound so good. The View Chaser
Yeah.
just joined us. Said hello to everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Man.
If you have OSD, then the VTX work. Yeah, correct. If you just have static, then you have no video transmitter. If you have an OSD and no picture, you have no camera. And it could be, in your case, it's probably water damage. Cameras are the
Tiny Hawk race
first.
is fast.
Cameras are the first. Cameras are the first to go. The cameras. I destroyed a camera on a flying wing just by landing it in wet grass. And water got into the camera and gone. So, View Chaser says he's new to FPV. Cool. Cool. So Carlos, I want to show us your mall video and then talk.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know
Yeah,
whether
we're
you have
dying.
balls or you had permission.
I didn't have permission. Yeah, I was ready to ask for forgiveness.
But you were flying that around with a mall full of people.
Uh-oh.
I understand.
Everybody, keep in mind that's what you're talking
Did anybody say anything to you?
Look at me and Paul. No, it's,
How many flights did you fly? Did you just like hit and run one flight?
no. We did. Paul took a turn with his Tinyhawk, but it was a lot of interference. There was even a lot of interference on my flight, but I went anyway. But he did 2 or 3 batteries. I did 2 or 3, and then we went to another place, and then we did another. I did another 2 or 3 batteries. He didn't fly by the tree. There was too many people there for him.
Show us some video from
Yeah,
that.
show us.
I should have been ready, but I'm not.
Yeah, you should have
Sorry.
been ready.
You're right. All right.
Yeah.
Tell him a joke.
Yeah. Nobody even mentioned my background.
Well, your background keeps changing. I can't keep track of it. Last time it was green. Now it's red.
Yeah. Well, it's been red for a half hour.
I know. I saw it.
It's an FPV
Which one
channel,
did-
not a fashion statement channel.
You like the red or the green?
Are you the guy that takes like tablecloths to a picnic instead of just eating on the wooden table? Oh, this isn't the one either.
Oh.
Wrong one. Too much pressure. I'm sorry. Another second. Is
Your
Rick Halber
problem
leaving?
is-
Are they saying
I
goodbye to
can't-
Rick Halber? Did I miss something?
Yeah. Good night, Rick. I guess if
Good
you're
night,
leaving, yeah. Rick likes your background.
There you go.
Yep. Rick likes your background.
Junk. So many SD cards. So little time. I hope it plays well. If not, you might be better off taking it off of YouTube. We'll see. There's the
Yeah.
sleepyhead. There's my core.
Hey.
Do I have to pull up the footage for crying out loud?
I got
Yeah,
it.
Paul,
I
somebody
got
better,
it.
man. You guys, you're almost as unprepared for this show as I am.
Jeez Louise. That's not the
Oh,
one.
Lord.
Oh, shit. Where'd it go? Dude, my stuff's disappeared. It's not
Really?
here anymore.
You
It's-
trying to get it off of YouTube?
No,
Well, it's not
I'm
on your-
getting it off the SD card.
Uh-oh.
What the? Mitch, can you play it off of YouTube? It might play smoother that. Oh, wait. No. I'm sorry. I have it.
I don't see the first one on YouTube anymore.
I'm brain dead. I had a brain fart for a second. I apologize. All right.
Hi, guys, by the way.
It's a nice look. Let me know when you got it, Mitch.
Styling a lot. You put on hearing.
There it is. Okay.
That is the first one.
Play it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I would have a ball flying in there, but
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it'd be fun to do when the mall was closed, and you could just fly wherever.
We did fly wherever.
And look, people just walking around. Nobody.
You don't hear this thing.
Everybody's
it's
not. They're
nothing.
New Yorkers.
Look, I was
They're New
actually-
Yorkers.
No,
Nothing's unusual for New Yorkers.
I was tempted to go through the entrance, but there was somebody there. I was going to do it, and I said, nah, maybe not. I wanted to fly by Santa. I really did.
That thing, that little HD whoop does a great job.
I'm amazed at the quality
Yeah.
of this picture.
Look at that.
But it was so much fun, Mitch.
How was the goggles view? Did you get a lot of static?
Yes.
Well, you have multipath up the wazoo in there.
Oh, I mean, between Wi-Fi's and who knows what,
No, but you know
security
what?
cameras.
But it's mostly, I think, multipath. You know what multipath means?
More than one, something.
It means that the signal is bouncing off the walls, and you're getting duplicates. Remember in the old analog TV days when you used to get a ghost on a picture?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's multipath because the signal hits something and bounces back and arrives just a little later than the original signal, so you see both of them. Well, imagine how many signals are bouncing around in that curved room there, and all, so you're getting all kinds of noise.
I mean, it was fun. It was an adventure. We were like little kids trying to sneak something, right?
You're lucky. You're lucky we're not all bailing you out of jail tonight.
No, this is a toy.
Doesn't matter.
Look how rough and rugged Paul looks over there on the right. Look at that.
But I'll tell you what the good news, Carlos. The good
Yes,
news
sir.
is that the FAA has no jurisdiction in there.
Yeah, we could have had
Nothing to do with the FAA.
the mall cop kick us.
Yeah, the mall cop could do it, but the
on
FAA.
his Segway. Run, Paul, run.
Yeah.
They were all the way downstairs on their Segways, man. They were
Yeah, they were
floors
too
below.
busy.
Yeah, see,
Oh, don't tell me. Did they have segways for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no. Was one of them look like Kevin James?
No.
And the
That's
escalator didn't work, so they probably weren't going to come upstairs. So I knew we were safe.
we had fun.
Have you got some video?
Yeah, Paulie.
Actually, no. My video's crap.
No?
My video, it's the junk. I got the garage video. It was probably better.
Ooh.
In the mall, it was just horrible. The VTX was just all squiggly.
All right, I'll
lines.
share another one.
I could share some garage. You want to see the garage video? You know which one I'm talking
Sure,
about?
show
fella?
us some videos. In fact, while you're doing that, I'm going to be right back. Where'd
I'm gonna
Carlos
look
go?
for that.
Carlos is gone.
Carlos left. Wait a
Here he
second.
is.
all
He's
right.
back.
Cool.
Carlos.
Here.
You know, did you notice, Carlos, that I named your channel Back from the Mall?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta get the SD card out of my goggles.
I'm gonna pull up the garage video for you.
I already messaged Paul. What mall are we hitting tomorrow? Ray Kelly says we're going to be on News 12. Watch out.
Hey Ray.
There
Actually,
go.
we showed up at 9 o'clock and we walked to the mall entrance. And we go, we just want to walk. Can't get in until 11.
They wouldn't let us in, the bum.
And then I'm walking out of the mall with my goggles, you know, those big refrigerators on my head backwards. Nobody's looking at me strange. It's like normal.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Pushing the wrong buttons, yeah.
Okay, I got the video.
Anyone here know how to install FreeRider on Linux?
No.
Linux, right? Did I miss any questions? Anybody else? Let me see.
I can't help you with that. Sorry.
Drone Obsessed. Drone Obsessed Jerry, everybody said hello to him before?
Oh, hey Jerry, how you doing, buddy?
Jerry.
Come on, Art. Slack and put it on your
All right, what are we
costumes
looking at here?
All right, this is the parking
this
lot.
your-
Oh, we had to spend
Oh,
like
the
2
garage,
hours down
okay.
here. And remember, it's
Okay.
43 degrees out, but there was no wind. So Paul was flying his heart out. He was doing good. And there's
Yeah.
Drone Worship. Danny Boy has joined the chat. What's up, Dan?
Dubs.
Hey Dan, Drone Worship
the range.
Cinematography.
Look at that range, all the way down, end to
Yeah,
end.
it was pretty good out there. In the mall, it stunk.
Oh, it was pretty. Yeah,
Out here, it was nothing.
you
No
know,
problem at all.
people lose 120 pounds, all of a sudden they turn cute and handsome. You ever notice that?
I gained 120 pounds when I got cute and handsome, man.
All of a sudden he's a babe magnet. Oh, look at this! Look at
You
this!
gotta lay in the middle
Whoa,
of the field.
Mitch, you missed it. Go back. You gotta go back. Paul, go back. He wasn't paying
All right.
attention.
I wasn't paying. I'm busy trying to.
Mitch, look.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, God, you're pulling a John Coopy. I got
Hey, he was gonna look. We got better. We were looking for something to hang on, but there was nothing to hang on. Look. Woo!
Cool. You know, you guys have too much. You guys have too much fun. I'm telling you.
Didn't make that one. Yeah, good times.
So you found a nice empty parking garage there.
Well, it was before they opened. We were there. I don't know what time was this.
We were there like 9 and change. The
Yeah.
place didn't open till 11. Yeah, we gotta fly. We came all the way over there. Look at us with those masks on. I'm like, why am I wearing this thing?
It's a chin strap.
Yeah, it did keep you a little warm in the breeze. So,
That's great.
but this was my first time flying a garage too, Paul. Not for nothing.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Well, you
I
guys
know,
are doing.
going
Who's
garage.
flying here? Is that Paul?
That's
Is that
Paul,
you?
yeah.
Oh, you're doing great, man. Your altitude control is just right on the money.
Yeah, I had it in Horizon. I tried it in air. I could have probably done it in air, but I was a little wonky. I figured Horizon's a little safer.
He
For
did
me.
good.
Did good.
He
Yeah,
did
thank
good.
you. I could stop sharing that. Or how's that work?
Is this?
Okay.
Let me see. Do you have one up, Paul, or no? Let me see. Share screen.
That was probably the best one. Oh, I have going through the window
I have-
on that.
I have one. You ready, Mitch? Let me know.
There you
Drone
go.
worship. I got to say that Spread Eagle looks. I'm not going to read anymore.
Hey, Radar H is here. How you doing?
All right, we're ready, Mitch. Can I play this nonsense?
Yeah, go ahead.
not
It's up.
nonsense.
It's up. It's there.
Oh.
There you go.
No, that's horrible. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Little
that's
bit.
terrible. Sorry. This was the first spot. That's Neiman Marcus back there.
Yeah, that's a different. That's what's that? A different
Different
other end of
section.
the
This
mall.
is where we first went. And just to
And
get
there's
a
people.
feel-
These people, they just walk. They don't even look.
No, what for? We're nice guys.
You're New Yorkers. That's why. People in New Nothing.
Mitch, I put the goggles on backwards. Antennas, the back screen over here, walking through the sky. Nobody looked. The only reason they
People-
looked is because Paul at one time was videotaping me walking with the
they-
goggles.
Then they look. They want to see
But
what I
look at
was
the range,
videotaping.
Mitch. Look at the range on this thing. But if you
Yeah,
saw my
wow.
goggle view, it wasn't that great. Oh my goodness.
You look like the Ghostbusters.
One end to the other. Yeah, that's what we. But it was just, you know what? It was cold out, no wind here. I mean, what else could you ask for? This was perfect.
Yeah, put all that crap on your head. Walk up to somebody and say, "We are Borg, and you're assimilated."
They won't give you a second glance. John. Not that they walk away faster.
New Yorkers, you know.
Mitch, you should try this at a mall by you. The mall
Yeah.
nearest you. Look, I went shopping. Watch. Look, this is Neiman Marcus.
Look at this crazy thing. Wait, got the trees. Hold on. Wait.
I
You know, this shows you with the COVID thing, nobody goes out. Look at this place.
No, just so you know, this is maybe 11:20, 11:30.
It just
And-
opened, huh?
And it just kind of opened, yeah.
Wait, he goes back in and gaps the trees, I think.
No, that was the other one. You want to show
Oh,
that one? I was going to put that on YouTube tomorrow, but all right, I'll show you.
Yeah,
guys.
save that for YouTube. That's funny stuff, man.
Now, you want to see how crappy my footage of that same area came out?
Absolutely, yes.
It's like
Wait,
mucho
does Art,
crappy.
you have to say something?
Yeah, Danny says he's going to do the same thing with a 5-inch and see if he gets somebody's attention.
Yeah.
Now, this is the goggle footage from a tiny home.
Oh, wait till you see this, yeah. It was kind of brutal once he started flying out.
And it got pretty messed up.
It's still flyable, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, look at that.
A little more
Right
mixed
there.
stages
Yeah.
and colors, but look at that. As soon as I turn around, the antenna's got in the back of it. You know?
Let me
That's
see
just high there.
something. All did good. Should have flew the tree, Paul.
Calls his girlfriend. Don't tell Lucy.
Oh, yeah, shh. It's my concubine.
Flying a little bit slower than Carl.
You're not comfortable with the flying yet. Once you,
Yeah. That was first time from
Nervous.
all, too.
Me too. What do you think? I go to the mall every day and fly. First time to the mall.
Hey, at least it's warm in there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Carlos was sweating.
Oh, you know what was making me sweat? That dumb mask. And the
Yeah.
jacket was pretty warm. I mean, I had a warm jacket on.
I'm hiding in the corner.
You see what Ed wrote?
Ed
Nobody
thinks
else
your
can
camera
see it.
angle's a little low. Well, yeah, you can see an awful lot of the
Yeah.
motors there. Yeah. But you were flying around in horizon mode there?
Yeah, I was
No, you're in air
playing it
mode.
safe. Playing
Oh.
it safe.
Oh no,
HOR.
horizon, HOR, yeah. You're in horror mode.
Yeah, I'm a fool.
Yeah, he's trying to tickle the glass plates on the ceiling.
That was it.
Nah, but he did good. I
Yeah.
thought so. All right, I got one for you.
All right.
Let me get one for you. Where did my screen go?
Here, I'll
Yeah.
bore it while you're doing that. I'll bore you guys with a.
Looks like us.
Why am I not getting? There it is. Hold on a second here. There we go.
This is the time.
This is my flight. Art
Back at the
Art
front.
has left the building. I didn't hear him say goodbye. Mic must have been off.
He was doing something at first.
This is
Well,
this is just my little acrobrat just cruising around
I like that one.
the park today.
Oh, that was today too?
Yeah,
Nice.
this was out there. It was gorgeous this
What's the
morning.
deal with the puddles? No puddles?
No, it was dry as a bone out there today.
And you didn't have to wear the beanie hat, the warm hat?
No, it was gorgeous.
Nice. Look at you go. I like it.
That little acrobrat is such a great little quad.
Doing well.
I even made right turns, Carlos, just for you.
Did I miss one? I didn't see. I wasn't paying attention. Let me see.
There's a few of them in there.
All right. I like. Oh, there's a little muddy ground there. I like that fast low to the ground action.
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was doing. I was just kind of flying.
Power loop. Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
That thing performs, man. That little thing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
punch it, it gets up and goes.
850, right? Milliamp.
Yeah, 850. Yeah.
Even
Okay,
Dan's,
there's gotta be a
complimenting
right.
your flying.
It's got to be a right turn here. There you go. Nice right turn for
Oh,
you.
oh, oh, oh.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. This is This is actually the goggles view, though. So you see, I mean, I love this
Dan Drone
this
Worship
digital stuff.
is complimenting your flying.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
Not that
I
that
like
mean-
to. I like to cruise down low. I
I like
kick
that a
out of
lot. Then you
Yeah.
actually feel the speed of the. I don't know. You get the sensation more of speed.
it. Get the sensation.
York peppermint patties.
York peppermint patties.
What do you feel, Paul, when you eat a York peppermint patty?
I feel the sensation of flying through Carlos's leg.
I'll tell you what. For a little 3-inch quad, that thing gets up and scoots.
Mitch, instead of turning around flat, do a split S to turn around.
Right turn. There you go. See that?
That was a right lean. That was like a fork in the road.
Come on, Carlos.
Me and Paul were trying to
look,
figure out-
right turn. Look, right turn. There you go.
would I do with a
And a little
Klondike
roller Rooney that way and one the other way. Oh, no, that was
Nice.
just
That
kind
was
of a hard
good. That
turn.
was good.
Yeah.
Who's that in the middle? Just
Some guy
picking
flying
up
a model.
plane?
He's out there with a model airplane. Yeah.
He crashed it. Right there, straight through the trees, and he goes to the.
I did
you
go
were
through
thinking
'em.
about it. Oh, you did?
No, I did a couple of times. Yeah.
Nice.
You'll see.
You just got to be
maybe not-
careful with the guys. Right there is a
maybe-
good one. That one
Maybe
on the
not
left.
on this flight.
Is that a fire hydrant?
That's a wooden post stuck in the ground there.
Oh,
That's the only problem. You're flying around low. There's a lot of shit sticking up. But there we go. Goes between the buildings and.
that gazebo's calling you.
Yeah, I know it is.
The Yankin Bank.
But it's just a matter. Anybody who's getting any better at it will tell you it's just a matter. You just got to do it. No substitute for actually just getting up there and doing it.
Would you tickle a squirrel? What, you going to tell me with the kidneys and the kidneys again? With rabies. You're too silly, Dan.
This is a pretty nice, decent flight time. Got 5 minutes plus
Really?
on that little 850. Yeah, ripping around too. I mean, I wasn't Miss Daisy in it here. I was
Nope.
moving it out.
Is that a picture of a cow?
No, it's the rusty side of a transformer, I think.
That was weird. Wing flying. I like it. What do you think, Paul? Looks good, right?
I'm sorry, I'm not watching it.
Well, I won't watch yours either then.
No, I was trying to find a video, man. Now I'm
That's
watching.
okay.
I got to unplug batteries. I'll be right back.
I
We're
actually
getting ready
managed.
for our
I think.
misadventure tomorrow.
That's so
Excuse me.
smooth. It looks like you're flying a fixed wing.
Oh, I said these things are the fixed wings bounce around.
Huh.
I ran out of battery. I mean, I just almost made it to the landing pad. I think I did manage. Let me get to the end of this flight here. I think I actually managed to land on the. Oh, here on this flight here. While we're waiting for you, Paul.
I'm here.
On this flight here, I think I did. I
Oh,
did
look
a
who's
little.
here. RC Fun Diversions from Georgia.
Hey,
John.
man, how you
John
doing?
is-
What's up, John? Originally from Lindenhurst.
Okay,
Was he? Oh,
Carlos,
that's right.
is this
Long
it?
Island.
Is this going to be it? No, chicken out. Go around. Foo. There's somebody walking a dog there. Now? No. Through the same alley.
But that's a cool alley, though. I like that one. You did it faster before. That looked good.
Yeah, I did it a little slower this time. I just playing around. I wasn't out to accomplish anything, so I thought, well, let me see if I can make it look a little more cinematic.
That's the answer, John. U3 for anything high definition.
Was this today, Mitch?
Yeah.
Oh,
What a
nice.
gorgeous day it was today too.
I see that.
There you see, you put
Paul
the nose
and I
down on that thing, it starts
Paul
to
and I
go.
are discussing how we can take a road trip
You should.
there.
You should.
One day there, one day back, and 2 days to fly, and one day just
Yeah.
in case.
And hopefully we get good weather. We had a bunch of guys out there with airplanes this morning. Seeing
Imagine
that.
driving all the way down there and having nothing but rain.
You know,
I would fly in his house to like freaking.
We had to go to the mall.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I did find is that when you fly the flying wings around, they bounce. They're just quads are much more stable than airplanes.
Yeah, we can meet up with Dan too, Drone Bum.
Yeah.
Take a
would-
picture with his skinny.
I'll tell you
little
what,
butt.
we really had
That
a
would be
great time
cool.
down there with Ray and Ken and Matt. It was just nice to
Ray's a
finally-
nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I
And
got
he had
to
a
meet him
and
also.
he had a t-shirt shop in the back of his car too.
Wow.
Look at the
Get a
size of
picture?
this
I
park.
didn't see any footage
Can
of that.
you
I
see-
gotta watch that.
Can you see the
That's really
size of
clear.
this park? Look at the
Oh yeah,
size of this
it's
park.
forever,
It's got all kinds of different places.
and
you can
nobody's
fly.
there.
No, there was some kids playing soccer, and
Oh man, you guys should have gone there, man. That beach
Here I was
was
just-
kind of narrow.
this is not exciting. But I was just trying to fly around and see if I could just try different things. You know, when you go up there, Carlos, with the idea of not really trying to make a video, but just practicing,
Just fly. Yeah.
just fly, try a few different things. Here, I think I actually made a right turn right into the trees. Watch this. Look at this. There you go. See that, Carlos?
That's a Paul. Did you see a right turn?
That was
I
a
see
right
left
turn.
now.
Of course, it was a right turn.
Did you see a right turn, Paul?
I didn't see it yet.
Here,
Here it
Here it
comes.
is. Here it is.
That's a right turn.
there you go.
All right.
Into the trees.
No, between the trees. Yeah.
I thought you pulled a me.
But I actually think in this flight, I actually think I landed on the landing pad. And, you know,
Excuse me.
you think it's easy
No,
when the
it's not.
with the camera pointed up in the air.
Nope. Not easy.
Oh, here we go.
Gazebo.
I should fly through that gazebo.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You did it through the that whole that whole picnic area with
Oh,
the sector
Yeah,
whatever. You know,
yeah.
underneath. You could do that gazebo easily. They actually have one on liftoff. You can practice there.
Do
and
you
then
know?
come back.
Do you have the same? Do you have the same thing that I have? As you know, you fly a flight and then you think it's great. Then when you watch the video, you say, "I should have done
Yeah.
this. I should have done
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Oh,
all
I
the
could
time.
have. I could have done the other thing."
Yep.
Here we
I
go.
like that
Let's-
shot. You see, Mitch, why don't you try a flight where you just chase your shadow as long
Yeah,
as
here you
possible?
go. Here, watch this. Watch this. On the pad. Come on, baby. Get the pad. On the pad. Yes. Boom.
Nice.
Very
That-
good.
That's skill right there, man.
There we go.
That's the
Cool.
Acrobrat 3-inch RC.
Yep. Now let me
Uh,
see.
This is just
Hold on. Let me.
oh
Oh,
noisy.
what happened? What happened to it, Carlos?
It's gonna play. No, I just wanted to get rid of the noise.
But I don't see it. There it is. Okay.
This is just in the garage, hanging out, playing, testing the range.
Oh, it's the Moby 6.
How
This
come?
is the HD. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not playing, or it is.
It's playing.
Yeah. But I don't see myself.
Well,
There I am.
sorry.
Okay.
There you are.
All right.
Oh, you were
Okay.
dark there.
Yeah, I had the, you know, still
Tan.
showing the monitor where I was showing that video.
But it flies pretty good considering it's heavy. But you just get no flight time. There's one flight where Paul flew into a pipe and got stuck upside down in between the what do they call that?
Yeah, I was trying to find that. I was looking
E-bar?
for it before. Well, I wasn't watching Mitch.
But look, I made it all the way to the end. That's pretty good distance. But again, this is my first garage flight. Whee! I was having fun.
That was kind of cool flying in there.
Oh yeah, you know what was nice that it wasn't cold and windy like it was just right in front of us.
See, if you had the DJI system, you see the picture you're looking at there, that's what you'd see in your goggles. There'd be no
Right.
interference, no dropouts, no nothing. It's fabulous
yeah.
for flying under in
In more.
places like that. In you know, garages
at
where you
that
have a lot
wall.
of concrete. Yeah.
See the landing on my pad?
Yeah, that was good. right next to your vape
My
thing.
vaping. Yeah,
Yeah.
my wife calls it my
Cool.
pacifier. Let me
Well,
see.
you guys had a good time.
Paul's a pip, a real
What's
pip.
this?
I tell you.
What was that?
Oh, nice.
It's me?
Yeah, that's you, Paul.
Man, you guys make a day of it when you go out, don't you?
Today was actually a
yeah.
short day, believe it or not.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we could.
Considering.
We pulled the quick early. I don't know.
Yeah, Ed, you're right. You can't. Unfortunately, you can't put the DJI system in a tiny wheel. Well, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, look at the
Cool,
wall.
man.
Does he make it? Oh
Right.
no, that's not the one.
No, I thought this was the one. It's not the one. Oh, this is where I tried to gap your car.
You
But-
did it.
Failed.
Oh, you didn't do that one?
Yeah.
But you
second
did it
time-
afterwards,
Second time
right
around, I
after.
made it.
Yeah. I remember now.
Yeah, I got stuck on.
See that black pipe, the drain pipe? You got
the
stuck
top
up in
of the
there.
stairs is that black pipe is a little I don't know what you call
Rebar.
it, support, like support beam. I got stuck in.
Look at that. Woohoo!
Yeah,
That
you
was
keep
nice.
you keep talking about coming down here, Carlos. And
I have to, but all these COVID things, and then I go there and I got to take 2 weeks. I take a week vacation, then I got to come home and take 2 weeks just to quarantine. That would make me nuts.
who did I just add to the stream in the dark?
Huh?
Is that you, Dan?
Who's Dan?
Sounds like him.
What?
Who? Where?
I
What?
don't know who that is.
It's dark
It's dark.
in the car.
Dark.
No, that's Dan.
Well, let's see if we can brighten up the situation.
Oh
That-
yeah, that's
that
Dan.
was Dan.
Yeah. How you doing, kid? Where are you? Out in the
Maybe
mall
this is
flying?
it.
I'm
This
ripping.
is
Man.
Yep, that's it. I'm stuck in the thing. That's
Is that
the
it,
one.
Paulie?
It's too much light.
Okay.
All right. So Dan,
Yo,
is that you in the dark?
that's me in the dark out here ripping.
You're ripping. I was gonna say,
Oh,
you have
nice.
goggles. Are those goggles I see on your head there?
Like,
Those are goggles on my head. Yeah.
Cool. Hold the phone up. Let us watch.
Yeah. Well, actually, it started raining, sprinkling.
Oh,
so I'm kind of
raining? Oh,
You're
that's
flying
right.
in the rain.
There's another front going through.
Mhm.
I think tonight. Today was beautiful. How was it over there?
It was pretty cloudy all day. A little cool. We didn't get wind until tonight, but now it's just like I was out here flying around the parking lot. Now it's just getting rainy, so I might pack it up. Figured I'd pop in the stream for a minute, talk to everybody.
Yeah, good to see you. How you feeling?
Thank you.
I think Drone Obsessed Jerry is saying goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Jerry.
See you, Jerry. Take care. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's all right. I got it, Paul.
Yeah, you take care of yourself. You read it, Jack. I can't read it.
See, Mitch, I got the same problem as you, man. I love my left-hand turns.
It's a habit. It's a
I know,
habit.
and it's the same with me. I'm so much smoother on my left-hand turns than my right, so I do it out of smoothness. You know, I will make a right-hand turn hard if I have to, but I don't like the way it comes out.
I've been trying to conscientiously, Dan, because I didn't even realize it. You don't even realize I was doing it until these
Right.
guys started pointing out. Carlos says, you always turn left. I go, no, I don't. He said, look, play a whole damn video. Every turn is left.
I get
I'm
it, though. It's the
you're-
same thing when you're riding a bike. I turn better on doing lefts than I do on a right.
It's the same thing in my car.
On a right,
Yeah.
kind of
Same thing in my car. I feel like I always turn better left than right. You know.
Well,
weird, huh?
I always or conscientiously in model airplane flying, always roll to the right. Always. And you notice in my quads, I always roll to the right too. It's a habit. So now
Same
I'm
with
trying
me.
to practice doing it both ways and practicing
Yeah.
more right turns because you have to consciously get out of that habit.
Yep.
Don't ask
Well,
me
if it's
why we
different
do it
for
that way,
lefties.
but we do.
So I have been too, man. I've been pushing myself to do a lot more right stuff than left stuff. I go out and then I'll get halfway. Actually, it helps to have a friend that recognizes your problem out flying with you watching the flight, because then they go, man, that's
Yeah.
number 15
Paul,
left-hand
Paul.
turn, bro.
Paul, does
15
that
left
sound
hand
like
turns in a
somebody?
row.
Not
Paul,
me,
does-
man.
What he?
You know who else probably would have trouble turning right? A NASCAR driver.
Yeah, well, I think we were just meant to be NASCAR drivers. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You grew up in the
Yeah.
wrong life, buddy.
That's it, man. Left
Yeah.
turns. There is one. What was it? One somebody said there is a track where they have to make a right turn somewhere in there.
Oh, it throws everybody off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that or we could have been great male models, because they only have to turn left at the end of the runway.
Ah,
You know, wasn't that Zoolander's problem? He wasn't an ambi turner.
But you're right. It's something that I've become so self-conscious about, the stupid thing, that when I'm up and flying around, I'm going right turn. I'm going to get to the
Right.
point where it's all right turns, and then he's going to say, "How come you don't make any left turns?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
Balance.
Yeah. Well, it's something I'm working on. I've been really spending more time just getting flowy behind the sticks, man.
Paul. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. It's harder for me because I'm still rocking an F3 flight controller with no RPM filtering or anything.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
me being able to fly smooth on F3 equipment from 4 years ago is actually starting to blow my mind. I don't know what I would do if I actually like upgraded to like an F7 or better. I would just be probably mind blown by the differences.
Michael Blade's Tinyhawk seems to be back to life.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Nice.
That's quick.
I don't
That's
know,
good.
he
The
says
camera came back on too.
Everything's good on the Tinyhawk.
How long was it in the rice for?
I would give it a little extra rather than push your luck. I'd let it dry out a little more before I
Yeah, go
really,
overnight at least.
Put it
really
in the fan.
tried to fly it.
Well, was it fresh-water or was it? It definitely probably
Sink.
was salt.
Freshwater
Kitchen
sink.
sink.
Oh,
Sink.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But the camera went out on it, right?
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
though. Fresh water doesn't really do the same thing that salt does.
Unless it short circuits.
Yeah,
And then you burn it up.
a real good secret is actually to get a hair dryer on low settings.
That's what he just put
And-
down on the chat. I put it to blow dryer to it.
Yeah, you put a towel over the top of the blow dryer, and then you
Uh-oh.
put your unit in there and you just leave it on low and just let
Now
it just
everything is okay. Good.
heat
Okay.
all up inside the towel.
Going a little drier.
Let me see if I find. Did I do any? I did some Tinyhawk flights today, didn't I, bum? Oh, they're on the other card. That's what it is.
They're on the other card.
Yeah, speaking
Didn't
of
you have any
cards.
good, exciting flights, Paul,
I could look for them.
today?
Yeah,
No?
I think what I did. Well, I just showed the one. What did I just show? Well, I got stuck.
Carlos,
Yes, sir.
that reminds me, man.
Uh-oh.
Have you guys been using the SkyDroid receiver for your live flight still, right?
Yeah,
I haven't
If
seen a
you're
live
out-
flight for a while.
I know.
Well, I did them the other day, but if you're out in the field, SkyDroid Android app quit working. I found a USB app that works great, and what's interesting about it is it allows RTMP addition. So if you
Oh,
had
I
multiple,
don't use an
multiple-
app.
Oh, well, I'm saying if you did and you were out in the field, you could have multiple
Okay.
pilots on a cross window. So you could put 6 pilots all on one stream if you wanted to, everybody from their cellular device by just adding in their RTMP.
Oh, wow.
I was
So
just
I thought
using
that-
StreamYard for it with
Yeah.
a hotspot.
Right. So it would look like this out in the field, though, just using your phone. If you typed in everyone's,
What app was it?
It's just called USB camera.
The USB camera. All right.
An app.
It also
called
gives
USB
you a
camera.
ton of options for cutting off internal audio sounds and like so many more adjustments than SkyDroid ever gave you.
I tell you what, I have a question for anybody here. Is there a way of putting a SkyDroid to my computer and getting it to work without using anything?
Yeah, it should pick it up
USB.
as a just plug it into USB. It should pick it up as a camera device.
Right. It should just automatically open a window.
That's how
for
Ed
you.
does his live streams. He just plugs the
Exactly.
USB into the
In
computer and then
StreamYard.
selects it as a camera in StreamYard.
In StreamYard.
Yeah.
In StreamYard. Now, I'm talking about just if I
Right.
wanted to use my computer and plug in SkyDroid, how can I, without any other app?
Listen, Carlos. When you go to your camera settings, look up USB camera.
That's what I
in
have
your-
to find, yeah. Camera settings.
Look up USB in your camera settings, right?
Mhm.
And then just choose when it's plugged in. Just choose USB 2.0 camera,
Right,
and when
instead
the
of the
window
FaceTime.
pops up,
Mhm.
right when the window pops up, it'll automatically show you what the receiver sees.
I just have to figure. Paul, you have a Mac. Can you figure out the
I
camera
I
tab?
plugged in and it didn't work. I never went and tried
Oh,
anything
okay.
else other than it
You
worked
don't have
in
it there, do you?
StreamYard, so I was happy about that. I didn't know. But
Or
yeah, I
set
didn't.
the quad on a. Oh, okay.
So Dan, what do you think about that? You weren't here earlier. I was talking about the the DJI rumors with their FPV quad. What do you think about that thing?
I'm not excited. It looks expensive. It looks like if you bashed it or broke it, you'd be in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think that they're aiming this at guys like you and rippers and
This is.
I
this
think
is,
they're looking at cinematic FPV where you can
right.
do a few
It
maneuvers.
looks modular almost. Well, I think what they were aiming for was modular, and what they ended up creating was a solid body design, which is stupid.
We'll
All right.
see. It's going to be expensive. The rumors are running, anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 because
Yeah, well, they're also-
if you got to
That's
buy the goggles and the transmitter with it. But
I have no interest in it. I'd rather just build.
yeah, well, it may be that we're all going to have to be lawbreakers if we build and fly in a couple
This
of
is
years.
them trying to transition their GPS people over to FPV. This is their way of doing it.
Well, one of the points I made that occurred to me, Dan, is that the way the new laws are proposed, nothing that we're currently flying will be eligible for remote ID hardware. It's going to have to be
I don't care.
a completely factory built quad with government approval. So DJI may be the only friggin' FPV quad that can be legally flown.
Oh, I don't care. I'm a pilot, bro. I'm a sky pirate. I'm gone.
I just
Sorry.
want to show you what I had to endure during that flight. Even though it looks good on the video, this is what I was looking at.
Oh, there you go.
Why isn't it? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, horrible.
It's a big difference, right? But you still
Yeah.
got to fly through it. You learn how to just fly through it. I
Or
I
you-
really wanted to visit Santa. I wanted to go through that archway, but there was a lady there. I didn't mind the lady that worked there, but it was a lady with a baby. Check it out, Dan.
Custom.
I'm going down, thinking about it, looking, and there's a lady. But anyway, that's what I was looking at. So it's the same thing as what Paul.
Mine was worse.
Wow.
But we made it happen,
Yes, we did.
and we're gonna try again tomorrow.
Are you really?
Yeah, in another mall though.
Don't you have any work to do?
I have one stop in the morning, maybe two,
Oh, okay.
and then I'll take off and
Well, get your ass down here, man.
Monday is my Sundays.
I want Paul to take a ride with me one time. I don't know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to endure the ride by myself. But it'd be nice if Paul came with me.
Oh, it'd be great. It would be great.
The first trip for me where I go visit people is going to be Colorado, and then from there we're setting something up with 808 State to go visit Dustin Danil in Hawaii and 808, and then
You're going to Hawaii? Did I just understand that?
yeah, Hawaii to go. Well, Dustin and me have been talking about it for a year and a half, so he's down. That's already a thing. 808 just reached out to me and said he lives on a different island, so if I did it, I'd be going to 3 different islands to make contact
Holy
with each
mackerel.
Dan, are you ready to take the vaccine? Because I think you have to take it to get into.
Oh, I don't care, bro. I'm down for whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, doesn't that, bro? If it hasn't killed me, I don't think it's going to.
You let me know if you glow in the dark.
Was that in the works? That's still in the talking about stage.
What's
You
that?
got, like a date? You're definitely planning you got your Hawaii.
Well, so 808 invited me to stay at his house for a couple days, and Dustin lives mainland Hawaii, so for me that's a lot easier. Because my girlfriend works at really high end hotels, so she gets a really good discount on the hotels.
Wait, you have a girlfriend?
Yeah,
All right.
Puerto Rican, bro.
Oh, jeez. Does she see?
Yeah, she sees, man.
Does she speak English?
She speaks English. She's scary, dude, because I didn't realize that Puerto Ricans require loyalty, dude. You can't look at any other chick.
They get
Oh,
jealous.
so,
Yeah.
Well, your eyes just need to
I
stay
think
forward.
most girls are like that, but Latin women, I don't know if it's a Puerto Rican thing, but Latin
Yeah,
women
but they
want
don't
to
stab
be me.
you. They don't stab you. They stab you. Puerto Ricans do.
Are you sure this is what you want out of life, Dan?
I'm debating still. It's in the air.
How old is she?
She would be 2 years older than me. I'm 33, so
Oh,
she's
man.
like 35.
So she's not a baby.
No,
Does
she
she-
knows what she wants out of life.
Does she have any kids?
No kid.
Oh, well, that's a
good.
plus.
That's a plus.
I don't think we're gonna have any. I think we already previously discussed.
Can you
that.
make kids? Are you able?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Dan,
Well,
whether they're your kids would be fine. It's her kids that come with her that generally are the problem.
Oh yeah, no, hellions.
Kids
Because
are
you,
great.
you, my friend, are the man that stole mommy away from them.
So they didn't fix you while they were in there, man? You could still make kids?
I can still make kids, bro. Well, that's. I still have 2 more hernias to go. If the second one that they repair on the other side goes anything like the first one, then maybe not.
Yeah.
That was very lucky that we managed to get that to stop after 2 years. I don't know if I want to have the left side done. That's the scary part about it.
Huh.
Jeez. Well, you look good with your weight
Yeah, you
loss
spent
deal
enough
there.
time in the hospital.
Yeah.
Getting healthy.
Thank you.
Getting healthy. I like that.
Thank you. Lots of salad, bro.
Salad.
lots-
you're
Lots of
rabbit
times spent on
food.
porcelain goddess.
But you still eat meats occasionally, right? You need meat.
Oh yeah, bro. Steak
Oh,
all
okay.
day. Hell
Hey.
yeah.
All right, one quick flight.
Okay,
This is the Tinyhawk in the
that's
garage.
good. Entertain us, Carlos, because I really got nothing except you guys tonight.
Well, Mitch,
Did
I
I
wasn't
sh-
even expecting
did
to
it
go
share?
live
No,
anymore
it didn't
for a
share.
while. So
What did I do?
What's that, Dan?
I said I wasn't even expecting to go live for a while after our talk. I was like, oh, he's going to take a break. That's good. He needs it.
Yeah, I just got kind of bored,
I figured that would happen.
What else I got to do? But at least I've been doing a lot of flying lately, which has been
This is
great
what you
fun.
guys live in Florida for, I understood.
Yeah, except
Well,
we got a
These-
little
These
chilly
next
weather
few
coming
months.
I'm not I'm not out to do anything for anyone else right now, man. I'm in it for my hobby, my fun. If
Well,
I
there
share
you
the
go.
video, it's
That's
because
the way I
I'm
always
It's all
fly.
about, man.
I always fly
No,
that
but
way.
I get expectations from people like, "Oh, you're not doing mods anymore. You're not doing what," you know what I'm saying? Like, and that.
Oh,
and
you
that
mean as
got-
far as the channel?
Yeah,
Tell
that
them to
got be
send
the
money,
noise.
man. Say, hey, send money. I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, right. Send me battery money. I'll buy and
Yeah.
test all the batteries you want. You know? Yeah. No,
No
I
tippy,
do.
no surety.
I do mods out of necessity now. That's it.
Oh, look
Oh,
at this,
nice,
man.
nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Good one. Over to
That's
fire
beautiful.
sprinklers. Way to go. You know, tomorrow's a very important date, December 7th. You all know what that means?
Yep, it's your 3-year anniversary.
No,
Two-
December
2 year?
8th is my 2-year anniversary. But
2 year,
tomorrow,
2 year.
December 7th, is a very important date.
There's the security camera. What is it?
You know,
Pearl Harbor.
what is it?
No.
Well, it's even more important than that. It's the goddamn day when the Medicare registration period ends and we can stop watching all those
Oh, those
friggin'
commercials.
commercials. Oh, Jesus Christ. If I see Joe Namath one more time, tell me
Oh, that's tomorrow, huh?
tomorrow. Oh, Christ, I'm rooting for it.
They
That's
have
funny.
a party.
Oh, Jesus, that's been nuts. You can't turn on the TV without one of these fraud Medicare insurance companies after another.
Yeah.
Joe Namath and all these old talk show hosts.
Wait a minute. That's your complaint. My complaint is the stupid car people. Your auto warranty is up. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
blah,
well, they're
blah,
calling
blah.
you, yeah.
I
Yeah, I
get
got
that
a
on
call
the
like
phone.
that the other day. We're calling because your auto warranty's up. So just
Yeah.
bought the goddamn car 2 months ago. What do you I don't even.
I get
Like-
that. I keep blocking numbers, and they just came up with different.
Yeah,
numbers.
they just keep. I got this brand new phone with a brand new number, and I got 5 bogus calls, all different numbers, all from Texas
Mhm.
on the second day, but they stopped.
That's Chris Hope must
Fortunately.
have gave out your number.
Yeah. Nah, it's
Do they
nuts.
still have that do not call list?
Yeah, they still have it. I put the number on it, but
I feel
that
like if
doesn't-
you sign up
people
for that,
don't-
you get more calls.
Yeah, I think so too. It's
I
like
think
if you
it's
go
always
into your
a letter
email
read
and,
to you.
and unsubscribe. If you go and get all this bullshit and you unsubscribe, I think the minute you unsubscribe, they know that it's a real email address and you get on 35 new lists.
Mm-hmm.
I used to clean a fish tank for a guy that was his job. Lists.
I
Yeah, because
knew
that
it.
happened to me. That happened to me.
Lists.
I unsubscribed from a couple of these junk mails and then I started getting 50 a day for a while.
Carlos, I
Yes,
knew
sir.
it. You
What?
look. I knew you were the guy from Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, bro.
You see that, right?
I knew that was you, bro.
Cleaning the fish. Nudie. Let me see here. What is this one? All right.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
No, that's
I never
a
put
crazy
that together.
movie.
He looked like.
I don't look like him.
No, he looked like you.
Yeah. That's the other one, Mitch. I'll tell Paul, check out those girls that are looking at me. He'll go, yeah, they're trying to get to me. Yeah, check this out. This is small little space and flying my what do they call this? The Mobi HD.
Oh, you're at home there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the one you posted? Is this on YouTube?
Might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
Play. That was a good play. You have a lot
So
of those in there.
this Mobi, it's brushless, right?
Yeah. It's the same as the 65, just HD and a little
And
little
what
heavier.
size batteries do you put in? Same as the Tiny
300. No.
300.
The 300 milliamp. Small little thin ones. They're not proprietary, but kind of.
Do they have the JST connector on them?
Yeah, that they do have.
And how long a flight you get with those little 300s?
3 minutes, 2.5, depending
Yeah.
how you push it. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you are still flying your GPS quads?
I flew mine today.
Did you?
Yeah.
I can't fly mine anymore. I only fly on Sunday live streams, and I can't go live anymore. I don't know what's going on.
I actually got a Lance approval to date for the first time. Tried that shit out.
That's what
Yeah.
you did by me, Paul, right? By the Flushing Meadow
Yeah.
Park?
Yeah, I did
But
that.
how many of you have gone, I think I'm going to take my GPS drone today and leave my FPV stuff at home?
No, I never do that.
Yeah.
No, there's no doubt that FPV is flying as far as I'm concerned, and GPS drones are driving.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's different.
Dust collectors.
Well,
But
won't
this
give
thing
it up.
rips pretty cool.
Hey, Kyle, so I gotta commend you on your corner cuts down the hallway, bro. I would have already pegged the wall, and I'm a pretty decent pilot, so.
Alexander Steele stumbled on us. This is a very unique but very interesting channel. Yes,
They
it
say
is-
it's harder to fly.
it is
Whoops.
both of those, my friend.
Are you just yawing when you get to the end?
Yaw and roll.
Yaw? Are you yawing and,
And a
roll,
little
or
and a little
are you-
throttle and a little throttle to
Hold
keep
on,
it
hold on.
up.
Are you yawing
No,
and
no, I'm
rolling?
sorry. I thought you meant on the regular turns. No, when I get to the end, it's complete yaw, but a little throttle.
Right. So yaw, throttle, and are you pitching forward at all to slow the momentum?
I gotta look at it to every movement is different.
Right.
Like when you play a video game, they ask you what did you do to move that, and you kind of know how to do it, but you don't know how to explain it. If that makes
Right.
sense. What
Very
happened?
good, Carlos. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I know.
it's
Snappy,
not.
bro.
Yeah, snappy. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it here.
Is it already that time?
It's
Man.
5 till, and I'm tired, and nature's
That's fine.
calling, and all that other stuff. So
Lame.
anyway, it was a good show. Had a good time.
I had a
tonight.
good time. Hopefully, we'll
Yeah.
bring more footage
Enjoyed it. Yeah.
without numbers under our
Listen, Mitch, I will partake in
side picture.
I'll partake in all the video stuff when my computer table's open and I'm not doing battery mods anymore. Right now, my computer's
Okay.
on the floor, so I just stream all from my cell phone right now.
No problem. Well,
Get
listen,
it
guys.
sound
Thanks.
good.
Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you all being here. We had a good old time.
Y'all.
Thanks for providing some of the material for the show. Enjoyed it.
Thanks for
And,
allowing us.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
All right, Mitch,
Thanks
for
Paul,
having me, Mitch.
and Dan. Dan, if I go to Florida, we definitely have to try to do some kind of meeting.
I'm in, dude.
Come on,
Man.
Paul.
All right.
Help me make it to Florida, Paul.
Trying, man. I'm trying.
All right. Let me say goodnight.
Take
for
care.
real. Good
All
night,
right.
everybody in
Good
chat.
Good night.
Dan,
All right, take care.
everybody in chats.
See you, Dan. See you, Paulie. Be good.
Bye,
Thanks for
guys.
coming in.
Thanks for having me, man.
And hey, I just noticed Jim is here. Above and Beyond. Hey, how you doing? I didn't see you. Yeah, you have been here. Cut the cord. Yeah. Good to see you, Jim. How you doing? And good night to you and Steve Mack. Rat's still here. Ed, Love My Drones. Night Train. Mike. Alexander Steele. Come on back. Night Train. Above and Beyond. Michael Blade. How you doing? Good. Glad you came in here and glad your quad is working again. Glad to hear that. And Michael was right. Pearl Harbor, December 7th. But like I said, more important than Pearl Harbor is the end of the Medicare commercials after tomorrow. Very important. Place it here. Ken, thanks for coming in, buddy. Good to see you. Really enjoyed your cooking, man. I could use one of those bratwursts right about now. And did you notice we got a comment? Somebody wondered how the roasted Altoids tasted in your grill there, and I replied that was holding some spices or smoky flavoring or something, but they were great. Anyway, thanks for being here. Go back a little ways. I think I got everybody that's been in here. Jody, I don't know if Jody's still here, but RC Funds Diversions was here. Thanks, guys, for the super chats, and thanks, guys, for coming in and helping me out on the panel. So with that, I'm going to call it a night. I think we'll call it Sunday night. Get a little music in here to end the show and take the rest of the night off, guys. Go play with your drones if you can. And we'll turn it over to Spank, the monkey, to say goodnight. And I'll see you next Sunday.